Hello, good afternoon.
Good
Uh,
afternoon.
we are here for seeing that the project that you've made. We asked of you two quotes generators, one that generates the quotes one by one, and the other that can generate the number chosen by the user. Um, and then you can change of two categories. Um, speak to you.
Okay, should I share my screen and show you what I did?
Yes, yes, please.
Let me go ahead and do it. Share. Can you see what I'm sharing? Can you
Yes,
see my
yes,
screen?
yes.
Okay. So the first part of the assignment, the first part of the project you asked me to do was to make a simple quote generator,
Okay.
and this is what it would look like. So I chose these colors because they were fun, and to I decided to go with a very plain look that wouldn't distract too much, but it's still a bit retro with the rounded buttons. So
Okay.
here, as you can see, it's the quote is composed of three sentence fragments. We have the beginning here, we have the middle. It's around here, and here is the end. And when we press a new quote, we get very random quotes, which are just made of 10 different sentence fragments.
Okay.
So as you can see, this one here, they don't always make sense. Obviously, if you want to change the sentence fragments, that will be at your discretion.
Okay.
And if you want me to change them, I will obviously oblige. But
Okay.
this is just to show you what can be done with it. And as you can see, you just the sentence fragments are randomized. And once you're done with that, you just have to, and this message comes up.
Okay.
Onto more complex code generators, here we have the other one that you asked for. So let me reset and go to 1. The user is able to choose the number of quotes they want to see, as evidenced here. And these two buttons allow them to choose two different categories of quotes, life and success.
Okay.
And here we randomize the quotes, not necessarily according to the categories. We just make random quotes, a random mixture of both, or just one.
Okay.
And here we can quit. So for example, if the client, if the user puts one quote and then they press on quotes on life, as you can see here, we get quotes on life. If they press on quotes on success, they get quotes on success. If we go a bit further with this concept and we put 3 quotes, and now let's press 3 quotes on success.
Okay.
Here are the 3 different quotes. And once we're done with that, we press on quit.
Okay. Okay. It's very well done. Let's see the code a little bit. Just to explain me how that works. If we can add more sentences. If we can add more categories.
Okay. Well, it is very possible to add more categories.
Okay.
We can add more categories, and should I show you the code? Is it what you were asking for? The code?
Just to explain a little bit.
Okay. So if we want to add more categories, obviously I think it would be better for me to do it, and you can just tell me which category you want to add, and we can add onto it and add some more buttons here or here. And depending on which category we the user wants to have. So for example, here if this quotes on money, it will just be integrated into the algorithm.
Okay. Okay.
And for the time being, the maximum number of quotes that a user can input is 5. That number can obviously change. It is very much at your discretion and at the user's discretion.
Okay.
So that could change, although I would avoid going above 5 because, as you can see, it takes quite a lot of space here on the screen.
Okay. To
And it
see
wouldn't
all.
look, yeah, it wouldn't look exactly, I mean, depending what type of look you're looking for, it wouldn't look as organized, or it wouldn't be as simple to read as fewer quotes.
Okay. So you can add more quotes and you do a combination with that and mix it in your algorithm. Is that right?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
that is right. Yes.
Okay. So I guess it's all for today. You
Okay.
presented the project very well, and see you in the next meeting.
Thank you very much. See you in the next meeting. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Okay. Let's do the debrief and see what went wrong and what went well. I can let's start with the positive first.
Okay.
Let's see. What did you think that went well?
What went well? Wow, I think I can point to more things that went wrong than went right, but but I guess
Really?
I felt that way, especially for the second part when you asked me about adding more categories. That's when I
Yes.
went, oh my goodness,
No,
oh my
no,
goodness.
you did well. You defended your part. Of course, me as a client, I could demand the that you show me the code, but you did well. You defended your position. If I want the code, I receive it. You didn't need to show me the code. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Usually the companies don't explain the code to the clients. They give the code, and then the client will arrange someone to understand that code and how to use it and how to change it.
Okay.
If the client can do that, just paste support to the developer. So the
Okay.
developer will do more code or changes or whatever to the client. So I guess it went perfectly. I don't have nothing to say. You did the etiquette of all. You asked if I was seeing the share screen. You present the quote generator, both of those, both of the two. You explained the second one that was the more complicated to explain, and then I guess you defended very well your developer's position.
Oh, that's nice
Um,
to hear. I didn't feel that they went too well, so that is nice to hear.
yes, you defended very well. You don't need to show that. With that explanation, you can defend that position. Of course, if the client insisted a little more, you should. But I wanted to see if you defend your position or if you show the code right away. And
Mhm.
you defended, so you did the right thing. But say the things that you think that you did bad.
Okay, well, I kind of felt a bit, how can I say? I felt a bit, especially when you asked me about the code thingy, I didn't know if it's common practice or not.
Yes.
So the way the question was worded, it made me think, oh my goodness, maybe this is common practice to show the code. And then I asked myself, but if they're coming to me to ask
Yes.
me this, it
Yes.
means that they don't know how to do this themselves. So how will they understand code themselves if they don't know?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And then I think the other thing was, I think I should have maybe talked a bit more about the design, like the simple design. I felt like I was digging a hole for myself, you know.
No, I guess the code generators and the project itself didn't ask for design for anything, the animation, or it asks for a code generator.
Mhm.
So the second one, it's better than the first one. It's obvious on the structure, on the colors, on the where it shows the messages. It's very well structured. The first one, it's very well structured. It's not as good as the second one, but it's very pretty. But the both of the designs, you didn't need to explain. You did it a little bit in the first part. You said I arranged the colors because it went more in tune, or I don't remember what your phrase was, but yes, you didn't need to. I guess you didn't need to explain that, but
Yeah.
despite that, you did it. So that's why I said you followed all the etiquette with the client. So we said the first part, you said you begin with that, so that is a good thing. And like I said, I guess it was a perfect presentation.
Oh, that's
Yes, I guess it was. You defended, you explained it very well, very quickly. If I was a client that I was role playing as one, I understand it all. What does the client need to understand more than that? It's the truth. The client only wants to see that working.
yeah.
It's the more important thing. Uh, how it doesn't matter really.
Hmm.
It's not an important thing. But
Yeah.
let's do a little more of the brief. You said that you think that you have more bad things or things that you went wrong. Let's speak about them.
Well, no, I think that was pretty much it. And then maybe it's just the whole design thing, and I feel like yeah, yeah, when it came to defending about the whole number quotes, I don't know if it was in my place to say not more. I kind of had to like think, oh my gosh, not more. Okay, but anyway, I had to like come back and try to find a way out of that.
You in the code generators you can have you have five. If the client wants, like you said, if you want to add more,
Hmm.
it's just choosing. But um, here you add two code generators, and then in one of them you have categories, so you have a lot of sentences
Hmm.
mixed up together. So the first part is harder because you need to unite three parts, and the second it's harder because you need to separate sentences by categories.
Hmm.
So you have a lot of sentences, like I said, and then if you add more, if you add, let's see this example. If you add 10, at least 10, you need
Hmm.
at least 80 or 50, maybe more sentences. So it was crazy to think about so many generators before you end the project with the client. So you
Yeah.
need to see if the client wants that project, if it's working on the client's needs and wants, and
Hmm.
then if the client wants to add more, you will ask for it.
Yeah.
The project didn't say 10. The project is asking, yes, yes. So I guess you, in that part, you are very very well defended.
Okay.
Yes, it's between 1 to 5. So I guess if the client wants more, you build more. But
Okay.
yes, it's a good thing to think on the client's needs and wants. It's very important. It was an interesting way to talk about it, but it's well defended anyway. I guess it's well defended. Um, so I guess it went well, and we have the presentation video. I don't know if you want to debrief a little more. The presentation was quick, was assertive.
No, I felt like it
Uh,
was okay. Yeah.
so I guess it's, for me it's closed, and you have the documentation and everything.
Hmm.
I will put the both of the links for them to see, of course.
Mhm.
The first part and the second part, and then I guess it's all for this part. Yes, I guess it is. It is. So let me stop the taping.